Good afternoon. Welcome to Midcap Radar. I'm Sonal Bhutra. With me is Vivek Iyer. It is a day for Midcaps yet again. Not so much for the benchmarks today, Vivek. They have come off from the highs. We did see a sharp recovery from the lows, courtesy Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty in the green, again off the highs. But yes, on the benchmarks, we still have some red.
Absolutely right. But what the screen above us is actually masking is the kind of volatile and very strong moves that you're seeing, in the broader end of the markets, especially if you look at some of the housing finance companies. All of them are doing very, very well in the session today. Quite a lot lined up on our show. First up, let's start off with the top headlines. Frontline stocks and indices trade ranged, but mid-caps see a strong rally. Realty and PSU banks lead the charge, even as FMCG and healthcare goods drag.
Housing finance stocks such as Canfin Homes, PNB Housing, LIC Housing Finance continue to gain. They surge anywhere between 2 to 5% ahead of Bajaj Finance's listing on Monday. The 6,560 crore IPO got subscribed nearly 64 times. The QIB segment seeing a subscription of over 200 times.
Nazara Technologies is set to invest 982 crore rupees in PokerBaazi, owner of Moonshine Technology, for a near 48% stake, which could rise to a majority share post the preference share conversion. Nazara is eyeing a fundraise to part finance the deal and is bullish on the synergies from the big acquisition.
Puravankara climbs over 4% after the company backs redevelopment rights for a 2,000 square meter plot at Breach Candy in Mumbai. Management tells CNBC-TV18 they expect around 20 to 25% of total revenues to come in from redevelopment in the next 3 to 5 years.
Bharti Hexacom surges more than 9% following a bullish note from Jefferies. The brokerage upgrades the stock to a buy rating and raises the target price to 1,600 rupees a share, citing that the company would be the best play on tariff hikes.
All right, those are the top headlines for the Nifty. The benchmarks, as we've been pointing out, it has been very choppy, very volatile. So for now, the rates suggest a 25-point cut on the benchmark. The mid-caps doing really well. That index is up around 500 points right now. Bank Nifty, which has suddenly surged again, actually, that should come up for you on the screen. When we just starting the show, it was up around 97 points. Now it's up just up around 50 points. Now it's up around 100 points. So yes, it is off from the highs of the day, but it is making a comeback there. So just watch out for that one. Bank Nifty up 108 points right now. Newgen Software, Jubilant Pharmova, Linde India, some of the broader market movers, so a lot of them actually. We'll discuss them in greater detail. But again, it continues to be choppy, but we don't know whether yesterday's action is repeated again today.
That's right. Yesterday in the last hour, you saw such a strong surge. That's not happened so far today, but we still have a couple of hours to go for the trading session to end. Just before that, just before going across to Hormuz, a couple of stocks that have, hitting the screen and up on very strong volumes. PNB Housing Finance. Yesterday, you did see a large block take place over there. A lot of the housing finance companies, to look at names like Canfin Homes, look at a Samman Capital. All of these stocks today are abuzz on the back of the fact that you're seeing a valuation catch-up happening ahead of the Bajaj Housing Fin IPO. Now moving on to Hormuz. Hormuz is standing at the wall with all the mid-caps that are moving around in the session.
Well, it's a day that has belonged to the broader market so far, but never say never, because you don't know what happens in the last 90 minutes, case in point being yesterday. But yes, the broader markets have done well for themselves. Particularly shining bright within the broader markets are gold finance and gold companies, the jewelry companies. In fact, Kalyan, TBZ, Motistan, Senco, all of them are up anywhere between 15 to even 35% so far this week. And it's been a week that has belonged to these companies. The gold financiers have also done well, off the highs of the day, but still trading with gains are Manappuram and Muthoot Finance. PSU banks are finally seeing some bit of relief. They were up in yesterday's session. They are up today as well. Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab and Sindh, of course, low float banks, these two, but still trading with gains of around 4%. Bank of Maharashtra too, trading at the highest point of the day. Stocks doing well on the back of strong volumes, apart from those that Vivek highlighted. Home First Finance is among those as well. 11% higher now for it. IDBI Bank and of course Linde India almost 7% higher in today's session. And lastly, some stocks that are bucking the trend in today's session. Narayana Health, Eris Life is down, and BLS International, after the acquisition that they announced yesterday, is down 4%, and Aegis Logistics too at the lowest point of the day, down 3.5%. Back to you guys.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Hormuz, for joining in with all those names, some interesting ones there as well. It's a good time to get a technical check on the markets. Hemeen Kapadia from KR Choksi Securities for a technical check on the market. Hemeen, good afternoon. If you can quickly tell us the next important levels to watch out for on the Nifty, considering the volatility that we have seen today.
Very good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you for having me on the show. frankly speaking, not many levels left as far as the Nifty is concerned. Sonal, yes, I would look at the supports on the downside. I believe 25, okay, it's far away, but 25,100 is very important. This remains sacrosanct. I think things should remain hunky-dory. Corresponding level for the Bank Nifty is 51,400. And despite the volatility, the VIX remains sub 13. So I would say things are okay, and all-time highs, some turbulence expected. The FOMC meeting coming in. So somewhere some cross currents are going to be there, but otherwise setup is fine. Stocks are doing well, so everything seems good. It's copacetic for upside. Sonal.
Good afternoon, Hemant. Thank you so much for joining us. Hemant, which are the individual stocks that are on your radar today?
A very good afternoon, Vivek. Firstly, a buy call on ABFRL. It's given a breakout from a consolidation phase. The mechanical indicators have given a crossover buy. Yesterday, the volume has been high. Today, it's also high, and we're going to have a couple of hours left. Looks set for a further upside. So one can buy ABFRL at 326. Stop loss at 325. Stop loss 316. Target 343. Risk reward ratio 1:2. The other one is Bandhan Bank. Now, this stock hasn't been doing anything for a long time. Breaking out from a consolidation phase, everything seems to suggest we're on the cusp of an intermediate uptrend. For that, we need a weekly closing about 210 week. But whatever we are seeing on the daily chart seems to suggest we are sort of commence the journey going there. So one can buy Bandhan Bank at 205. Stop loss 196, target of 223. Risk reward ratio 1:2. Vivek.
Thank you so much for that, Hemant. Just a note for our viewers, Bandhan Bank currently in the F&O ban list. So any trades there, you would have to actually look at the cash market. But let's now slip into a short break. Sarvajit Singh Samra from Capital Small Finance Bank will join us to discuss their business outlook and more.
Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar. Let's talk about Capital Small Finance Bank. Management in their recent analyst meet said they are maintaining their asset quality in the agri portfolio. To discuss this and more and try to understand the business momentum in some of their geographies and the growth outlook as well, Sarvajit Singh Samra, the MD and CEO of Capital Small Finance Bank, is joining us now. Mr. Samra, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. Well, I was looking at some data. I was looking at some data. You have become the 4th largest bank in terms of number of branches in Punjab, which is around 152 branches out of the 175 that you have are in Punjab. There have been a lot of unrest with respect to loans there in terms of the Qarz Mukti Andolan as well. Just wanted to understand what has the impact been of that. Does Punjab continue to remain the big focal point going ahead as well?
Sonal, if you see, like, we are into secured lending and we are into middle income group segment. Like, we are not there at the bottom of the pyramid. Like, we cater to middle income group and the income level starting from 4 lakhs to 50 lakhs that we define internally. And you would appreciate we have not seen anything of such even in the Punjab book. During the period we are discussing and talking. I like to just give you a couple of data points, like even the GNPA number has improved to 2.7 from 2.8 from the previous quarter to the Q1. And similarly, the net NPA also has improved from 1.4 it was earlier and 1.3. So in the type of lending into which we are, we have not seen any such thing or any impact of any kind of that. And with regard to, say, going forward, of course, now we are expanding out of Punjab. We are into 5 states. Recently, we have added Jammu region from the Union Territory of J&K when we opened a 179th branch a few days back. And we are expanding to other areas and, of course, to other states where already we have footprint, like states like Rajasthan, Haryana. We are making a strong presence. So going forward, like majority of the branches are going to be out of Punjab in our expansion going forward.
Mr. Samra, just to get back to Punjab a little bit, Punjab right now, what the ground feedback indicates that it has been a focal area of unrest as far as the MFI sector is concerned. So first question, have you faced any issues in terms of collections? Number one, has there been any change in terms of borrowers repaying their loans after the Karza Mukti Andolan? And have you seen any stress in your portfolio as far as Punjab is concerned? We are talking about Q2 here.
Vivek, even like we have also in the past we have been hearing something about MFI, some as you mentioned in Punjab, and that also in couple of districts. But if you, frankly speaking, if you see our portfolio, we haven't. It's going on as the things were going smoothly. Nothing of that sort. And Karja Mukti Andolan and all is not. We have not heard any voice of that kind of thing around. So there was some stress in MFI portfolio, and that also confined to couple of districts only. And otherwise we have a zero direct microfinance exposure. Maybe that's a reason even we have not heard those noises as well. But positively, we are positive about Punjab in every respect, even in business growth and even on collection efficiency as well.
Okay, so what has the collection efficiency numbers been like? If you can just give, of course, not the exact data for Q2 maybe, but what has it been like so far in Punjab, since it's the biggest geography? And now that you're talking about expansion plans, say 2 to 3 years down the line, how much would Punjab contribute as a percentage of your overall book, and how much would go out of Punjab if there is a guidance or there's a target that you've set internally?
No, if we see, so actually just to give a background to that, when we converted, we were a local area bank and our branches were confined only to 5 districts of Punjab. Even Punjab is 22 districts. The number that you shared earlier with our presence and number of branches in Punjab. So after conversion, we have expanded a lot in Punjab along with other states like Haryana, 5 other states where we are increasing our footprint. So presently, if we see, are about 81% of the advances are still in Punjab. Since the reason being that after conversion, we have expanded a lot in Punjab itself. So we were only in 5 districts. But going ahead, as I mentioned, majority of the business is, the branches are going to be out of Punjab. And it's a journey. Say we are into a branch-led, retail branch-led business model, where like the business, it's a journey and it takes some time to build business, branches to get mature and all. And all the branches that, of course, we started opening right there after when we converted, I'm talking about the financial year 17 to other states. And many of the branches are turning to be matured branches there, where they are giving excellent results. And that is why the percentage of loans in other states in increasing. This will keep on increasing. But it's
Mr. Samra, if you could quantify that, currently, at the start of Q1, you were at 177 branches. You just said that your 179th branch was in Jammu and Kashmir. You've stated publicly that you want to be at 200 branches at the end of FY25, and you've said that Haryana will be your focus as far as the next leg of growth is concerned. For the remainder of the 21 branches, could you give us the geographical breakup as to where exactly they will come up?
I'll just share with you, Vivek. 8 branches are in the pipeline in Haryana. We are 16 now. This will take our count to 24 in Haryana. Where Haryana, we have started going in depth also. We have last year we opened rural branch also. This year we plan to open even an unbanked rural in Punjab. So we are going in deep also into Haryana. Rajasthan, we have 3 branches and we are adding 3 more in Rajasthan. Jammu, we have started with 1 branch, but we are adding 2 more branches in Jammu region itself. So these are the branches which are going to come out of Punjab. And there is going to be some expansion in the current year in Punjab itself. But majority of the branches are going to be out of Punjab.
All right. Thank you so much for that breakup, Mr. Samra. Last question before we let you go. There are a lot of questions, but paucity of time. Do you intend to apply for the universal banking license? By when? And how would that change things for your company?
Sunil, like, say if we see there are guidelines now set for by the regulator. So we tick all the boxes. whatever the asks are there from the regulator, other than the NNPA, where like we are moving towards the right trajectory, like from Q4 of the last financial year's quarter to this Q1, we have improved it from 1.4 to 1.3. But I still feel that it will take about 9 months to a year from now, where we'll be able to bring this down all to 1%, below 1%, which is again a tick box. And after that, we'll take a call when we are looking forward for this to apply for a universal license. But still, I think it's a journey and we are on the right track. It will take some more time for us.
Mr. Samra, to get to that level of net NPA that you're mentioning, in the next 3 quarters, what is the kind of additional provisioning you will have to take, and what will be the hit as far as the PAT is concerned? And FY26, can we expect you to transform into a universal bank?
Sonal, there's a downslide going in GNPA and NNPA also. So the maximum slide down, say, when I mentioned about 9 to 12 months from now, is going to come from there there only, instead of taking a hit on say provisioning and on the PAT itself. So I'm very confident that because we are into secured lending, and we for recovery also we apply a resolution approach, where like we cover the amount, because since earlier also I've shared with you in my last interaction with you that we don't sell NPAs and we don't do writes-off. So by the recovery mechanism, it's working on very well. Recovery is perfectly working well, and I am quite hopeful that rather than taking a hit on the balance sheet, we'll be able to reach to that level. And we are very much near. Very much near. And moving towards the right trajectory.
Okay, Mr. Samra, good luck with your plans. Good luck with the expansion plans as well. We'll speak to you very soon again after your Q2 numbers are out as well. With that, we'll slip into a short... Thank you so much for joining in. With that, we will take a break, come back and talk about our mid-cap spotlight.
Welcome back to Midcap Radar. Transformers and rectifiers is in focus on the back of recent order wins. In our segment Midcap Spotlight, Vamakshi focuses on the stock which has secured some order wins recently.
Well, absolutely, Vivek. Transformers and rectifiers is trading higher on the back of an order win today. They managed to secure orders of 114 crores from RRVPNL, or Rajasthan Rajya Vidyut Prasaran Nigam, and this is for supply of power transformers of 50 MVA, 132-33 kV. Now, keep in mind that, of course, this is a positive, but the company has announced a slew of order wins of late. In fact, the total order wins announced so far in Q2 stand at 773 crores, and this also includes approximately 2 or 3 export orders as well. So that bodes well from a margin perspective. In fact, this order win that the company has announced so far is much higher as compared to total orders won in Q1 itself, which stood at 698 crores. Of course, Q1 was marred by the elections as well as the budget, but it seems like the ordering momentum has now picked up. It does bode well for the company, and in fact, this goes in line with the company's guidance as well. They have a revenue target of almost 2,000 crores for FY25 with 14% EBITDA margin. They also target a top line of 4,500 to 5,000 crores with an EBITDA margin of 16 to 17% over the next 2 to 3 years. And they also said in Q1 that they had inquiries worth almost 17,500 crores under negotiation under several bidding stages, and they expected a nearly 20% strike rate. And it seems like all of these orders are now getting materialized for the company, which again bodes well for Trill, and as a result, the stock is trading higher today.
Thank you so much for that, Vamakshi, for making sense of the recent order wins and giving context to what the company has said as far as FY25 guidance is concerned. But with that, it's all the time we have on this edition of Midcap Radar. Your stocks when we return.